So I'm going to attempt to tell a little tale here on this car, what the plan is for the car. It's kind of been an anticipated build with a lot of my friends. Bigfoot for one, because he has a 67 called Jack Pine Savage, and that is quite an amazing car with an amazing history. This one doesn't have a lot of history other than being a grocery getter for from South Dakota and getting retired into a field of goldenrod by a line fence between a bunch of trees, and it's kind of where it come out of. And anyway, it was nothing special. It was a 318 car with air. Um, I'm got the engine compartment pretty well cleaned up now, so I can get going on doing things here. I've got to do some my rust removal here on the battery area, but it's not going to have a battery here anyway. It's going to be in the trunk. Um, the idea with the car is pretty simple. I just wanted to make a patina hot rod. I really don't want to get too crazy about the body. It's in remarkably good shape, other than it's got, a little rust. I'll take care of that. I do have some new sheet metal for year 2, and I've got a lot of grill change potential here versus the RT style grill that it's got now. It does have an RT tail panel in it because I like the lines, but I'm not really going to do a whole lot. I'm going to do something really, really cool. That I've seen, nobody's done. So I won't spill the beans on that just yet. It tinted glass, air car, automatic, but it had a bench seat. I couldn't find a bench seat, so my buddy, he gave me buckets. I love the nostalgia steering wheel. That's really cool. The dash is going to have to get all completely redone and reworked because I can't stand to look at it. The interior overall is good enough for a daily driver. It's going to have to get the seats recovered, but because that's going to hurt. My camera's not very good here, my phone camera, and that's what I'm using tonight. It was convenient, and so I kind of wanted to go around the car and show off the car a little bit. And like I said, this piece here was busted, and I've gone through several different pieces to get some decent tail panel stuff. That's really, all of it's pot metal, and it's already nasty, and it just decays terrible. Anyway, I'm going to take the car up on the hoist because I want to show what the underside looks like and where I'm going to go with this next. So hopefully my hoist isn't too awful annoying. I find it annoying most days. I also going to stop here at a certain point because I came across some very rare Kragers, and they have the offset kick to the inside. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Those are pretty rare to find. I got them a couple of years ago from a guy off Craigslist, and I just absolutely was loving it because I've owned this car for like 4 years. The tire tread width is about 9.5 inches, so the face of the tire is about 9. The tire itself is over 10, but as you can see, it tucks up into the wheel well, and that's going to be very important. And also, it will look from the back pretty beefy. Anyway, let's see. Let's keep rolling here. We got to get going a little higher here. Yeah, that ought to get it done. Anyway, lighting isn't the best, but this cross member is rotten, and so that's getting chopped out of there and changed out. The floor pan is actually in really good shape, but I did buy another driver's floor pan, so because it had some pinholing, and I'm still not too sure if that's just going to get fixed or not. This is really bad, so this has got to go. And but the rockers are solid, and the inner rockers are solid, so I don't quite understand. I guess it's just a prone area, ouch, for rust. Maybe you can see that if I stop moving and wiggling here. Okay, well, you get the idea. So the whole theory is here, I like my 2x4s holding this rear end down. I did that because I wanted to hold it up, and these springs are completely shot. The back end sags out really bad, and they're being replaced. Actually, Bigfoot is donating a set of super stock springs for the car build, and I have springs, throw them away. Rear end, throw it away. Gas tank, well, that's the epitome of the song, ooh, that smell. I mean, it's leaks, it's rusted, it's nasty. It's just is what it is. So that's going to go away. And up in the front, I'm going to put disc brakes on this and hope I can still run the 14s. One of my friends, Jamie from Dead Dodge Garage, said that he didn't see any reason why I couldn't. I could end up going with Wellwood if that doesn't work out, but if you're going to make it go fast, making it stop is equally important. K-frame and everything's in really good shape. It hasn't been bottomed out and smashed and all that stuff. So overall, the car needs some love. Oh yeah, this is the back seat area here. So that's that's not supposed to be there. So that's going to be replaced at the same time. Also, I'm going to get US steel frame ties. So once I get the floor structure done and the cross member in, it'll be frame tied to handle the 800 horses that's going in it. And that is the motor that will be transplanted into this. And talk a little bit about how that all started too. I guess I did in the beginning of this, but the idea was to start with this 383, and then I kind of changed my mind when I bought this 426 Hemi, and I thought, well, I'll just take the blower off and I'll just make it a 2-force motor and a sleeper car, and then this thing, well, it just was going to end up in my 70 Charger. We're going to do a Fast and Furious tribute with that. So after I bought the blower hat from Mopar Jeff, it's an honorable mention there. And then I've had this motor for, oh my God, decades. It's been in a Belvedere. It's been in a Charger. Was going to go in my D100 truck, but then I decided to go a whole new direction with that. Just going 7 ways of stupid with the truck. It's going to be a drag truck. So this is actually the motor that will be retrofitted into the Coronet. And I'm running the Kragers, like I said. I'm going to do the rust repair on the fenders and straighten them out a little bit. I don't want to overdo it. I want it to be patina. I want it to have dings, scratches, you know, some icky looking paint occasionally, you know. That's the whole thing. The whole look I'm going for here is just fished it out of a field and turned it into a hot rod. So I'm going to let you guys go with this thing. So you guys you got comments, be sure and leave them. If you have questions, leave them too. I've been building cars for 48 years. Drag raced 35 years professionally. Never really did much, but had a hell of a lot of fun. I had a really great mentor in drag racing, Ronnie Sox, and God rest his soul. He passed away in 2005 and from cancer. And that, if it wasn't for him, I would have never been anywhere. This is really weird. It rusted out here on this quarter, and the other side is solid. I just don't get it. So, well, pretty solid. Get some pinholes. Minor patch. Anyway, so the people I've met over all the years I've been racing and building cars have been some incredibly great people, very helpful. And so by me doing videos is kind of a way for me to give back. That's just kind of where I'm at with all this. And so I'm going to kind of put a close to this for now. And I guess the next installment on this thing is when you're going to see the car jigged. And well, I've got a jig that for the shop here where I can take and put the car on a jig so I get it straight, because you can't weld things together without a car being on the jig. Or, well, just picking this car up in its weakened condition, the doors won't even open. So it's just not a good plan. Let me get this hoist ready to go here. All right, unlocked. I'm going to lower this car back down. And so I think I'm going to just not really going to get crazy with call outs. I am going to do something crazy with the hood. There's a street rod friend of mine that gave me the idea. He did it to his 55 Chevy. And so I'm going to kind of go with that. When I cut the hood, it's going to be like the engine exploded through the hood. So you'll get to see all that happen too. So it's jagged edges. This is going to be crazy. The whole thing about this car, patina, but a whole lot meaner. And I said that in one of my early videos, and that's exactly where I'm going to go with it. Oh, the other thing that I'm doing too is I'm leaving the stock shift lever in it and the automatic, but as you can see, there is a 4-speed pan, or 4-speed hump, excuse me. And so I'm going to put a 4-speed with a pistol grip in it. And I know a lot of guys are going to say, oh my God, you can't do that. You can't put a 4-speed behind a blower motor. Well, you sure as hell can, and I've done it before. It's just you got to know how to drive them. Because if you let it go lean in between shifts, well, you better be driving it like grandma then. You're okay, but if you let it go lean in between shifts and you nail it, you're going to have a bad time. Boom, boom, bang, bang, broken things. It's all in what you want on any car or anything that anybody builds. It's what the owner wants, because I've done so many cars over the years, and it's always been pretty much a guy's got a vision for a car, and that's what you need to create. And so my skills and talents over 48 years are pretty broad. I built a hell of a lot of motors, and I'll probably be building a lot more. I kind of wanted to keep this under 15 minutes so I didn't bore you guys to death. Again, like, subscribe, and tell me what you think about this little hot rod and what she's going to be. So, have a great evening and a great tomorrow.